How many of you go to YouTube and watch these fantasy football influencers, so-called gurus, give you starts and sits, streaming advice, who you should drop, who you should pick up? How many of you do that? And did you do it and miss your chance of going to the championship or losing a championship? Because that's what happened to me. I've been playing Ashton Jeanty all year, and I know he hasn't been doing well all year, and it's not because of him. But about 90%, 90 to 95% of those fantasy football gurus, influencers, said drop Ashton Jeanty. Bench him. Not drop him. Bench him. That he wasn't going to do well in week 16. So I benched him. I didn't play him. I listened to them and I benched him, and I didn't make it to my championship. Had I kept him in my lineup, I would have won by 1 point. Had I kept him in my lineup. But I didn't. I listened to them like I do week in and week out, and I get burned. A couple times it worked out for me, but most of the time I get burned. I'll listen to them and get burned. How many of you had Ashton Jeanty on your bench in week 16, and did it cost you a championship or a chance to go to the championship? Nobody knows if someone's going to do well or not. They come up with all their stats and they say, oh, this team defense is too good. There's no way you're going to run all over this defense. And it happens. Or this receiver, there's no way he's going to score a lot of points or get yards because he's going up against this cornerback, and it happens. They go off. So nobody really knows, but we go in there time and time again, and for what? To get burned. How many of you sat Ashton Jeanty week 16 listening to these fantasy football influencers? And people are on there and they're asking questions. Oh, should I play this person over that person? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You can research all you want, but nobody knows if a defensive back is going to have a bad game, or a wide receiver is going to have a bad game, or running back or quarterback is going to have a good game or a bad game. Nobody knows. A cornerback, he's covering, he could be the best cornerback in the league. If he's sick and he's covering somebody, he might not play his best. But I'm really upset that I listened to these influencers, and I went to quite a bit. I went to a number of videos, and they're all like sit Ashton Jeanty. I wish I would know. And what about the ones that said play audric estime in place of Ashton Jeanty? Play Austin Estime and play, or Michael Carter in place of the. I learned my lesson. Play the guys you drafted earlier, regardless, especially in the playoffs or the championship. Don't take that chance. Please let me know in the comments how many of you fell victim to a fantasy football influencer, so-called / guru, and it cost you a loss.